Hello world, welcome back to West of Loathing. Woke up a little bit early today, so we're gonna have a little bit of a longer stream. Yeah. Let's dive right back in. To be honest, last week was awful, so hopefully this week is a bit better. Okay, let's go double check to see what we have going on. Let's see. What do we think we should do next? Oh, yep, fixing things for the mayor of Breadwater. What else do we have? Oh, Breadwood, not Breadwater, sorry. We need to get a picture of an owl skeleton from the petting cemetery. Bandits in the pickle factory. Check out the lost Dutch oven mine for traces of El Vibrato technology. I thought we went there. I couldn't really find anything. House in the desert. Yeah, go report back in with that. That's all you could think of. Okay. Okay, I just pulled my to-do list back up for this game. I forgot, does this ever get restocked? No, it doesn't. I want to buy more, what is it? The, not thumbnails, that's the things that make for the images. Needles. Okay. You want here? No, not really. Oops, nope. Sorry, didn't mean to talk to you again. What do we have? Stop by the professor. Try to double check to see what he said. You round a corner of the box canyon and find yourself face to face with a pyroboat. You're boxed in. Let's fight. Oops. Oh, we're fine. We got this. Cool. Okay, what did you have to... Some forage. What did you have to say? Look for that unusual pile of rocks. Ah, we're supposed to take a keystone there. Okay. That's probably where I messed up. There we go. The machine beeps and boops a lot, then spits out a keystone. Okay. Let's try that again. Where was it? Lost Dutch oven mine. Okay. Oh, right. Turn the music down. Did we already look through this one? Yeah, I think we already looked through that one. Handstand into the elevator. Whee! Yeah, can't do anything with this guy yet. Climb down. The stones are mortared together. Have I done this before? Let's magic the rocks away. Ah, I don't think I had done that before. Let's insert a keystone. Insert keystone. You insert the keystone. Enter the portal. E apparently does not work today. El Vibrato Chamber. You bend over to examine the device and accidentally stub your toe on it. Oh no! It hurts, but the box moves. Must be lighter than it looks. Let's take it. You got El Vibrato device. And I just realized that El Vibrato sounds kind of like El Dorado. That's missing a thing. What's inside this? Ah, no! You've learned the El Vibrato word for toilet. This monolith is dark. It says Nokokro Pacha Nonokbi. Zevasum Cholacho Puchazev. Of course. Green is dark. Circular hole at the bottom. This device has 3 buttons on it. Let's wait for now. Nothing seems to happen with those. What's in here? Might be a doorway, but there's no keycard or handles. Okay, let's try the first one. Oh. Well, guess we have to fight this. They really don't like cold damage, apparently. What was I doing? Oh yeah, Bean Shield. Golem. Miss. Shotgun. And hopefully it doesn't kill me. Nope, okay, we're okay. Nice. Got some El Vibrato scraps and an El Vibrato punch card. What's the second one do? We got 3 of them this time. Ah, they're harder now. $37 on that one, 37, 38. So that one's a little bit weaker. Nah, 7, we're fine. Shotgun. Okay, so we can take out you. And then finish this off. That worked well. Victory! More scraps, another punch card, and a keystone. Ooh, nice. And finally, let's press the third one. And now we face a whole group of them. Okay, so that, yeah. Just do the same strategy. I don't know why some of the sounds aren't working today. Ooh, you're tougher. Take out you first. Ooh, you are tough. Oh no, my bean golem. Okay, no. Okay, work on taking you out. Probably should have gone for you first. Oops. Ouch. Okay. How much do you have? You have 11 left, so... Okay, we'll take the risk. There we go. That paid off. Okay, you don't seem to be able to hit me. So this works in my favor. Just keep the pressure on. It's got just the right amount of action points here. Are we sure these aren't skeletons? We can't just saw them? And there we go. Victory! 2 punch cards. What that be for now? Okay, we have a keystone, so let's insert that here. Got an item, El Vibrato Loop. What the heck does that do? Large loop of that weird El Vibrato material, slightly bigger than on your head. Right on. As you place the ring on your head, 2 things happen. One is that it begins humming and shimmering in that weird way El Vibrato things shimmer. And the other is that you suddenly feel as you put earplugs in your brain. Your thoughts get weirdly quiet. Your sense of the surrounding magical and psychic energy is almost completely muffled. I'll say it's weird, and not entirely pleasant. You take off the headband. Okay. -5 mysticality? Oh no! Don't use that. This headband contains some sort of ancient machinery that prevents psychic waves from passing through. Very interesting. 524. What can I do right now? What do I want to focus on? I'm not actually sure. What if I just, like, upgrade all these by 1? 7, 12... That'll be, what, 410, I think? Yeah, that sounds good. Cool. This one is just stat increase across the board. Okay, so there's no keyhole. Okay, so maybe come back here later. Something I could just say about the keyhole. Or the key card. Let's return to the Professor. Okay, can I just fast travel out of here? I can! You spot an astonishingly large horse apple in the distance. You are literally astonished by the size of it. It is very large. I've discovered the Big Apple. Check that out after. See what the Professor has to say. Hello. Good to see you again. Have you had a chance to take a keystone to the Lost Dutch Oven mine and look for that unusual pile of rocks? You can always make a keystone with 5 more El Vibrato scrap in that machine over there. I have indeed. Oh, did you find anything interesting? Let's show him the strange device. Hey, Professor, I found a thing? Great, let's see. Aha, a marvelous find. This device makes batteries, or will once I've fixed it. Batteries? Yep, the El Vibratoans powered their portable equipment with little electric marbles, like the one I put in your transponder. I'm sure I don't have to tell you, a regular source of these will be incredibly useful. Sounds awesome. So now what's the next step? Do I have 10 scrap? I have 11 scrap. Sure, let's make a battery. What's it do? Portable power source for those weird El Vibrato machines. Make more batteries here, apparently. Okay. Anyway, let's check out the Big Apple. Something at the side of the road catches your attention. It's a slumped-over skeleton wearing a wizard hat. I think you'll agree that's reasonably attention-getting. The skeleton lifts her skull and peers at you. She holds up a rusty old can of beans and scrapes her thumb bone across her first 2 finger bones in the universal gesture for a financial transaction. Let's talk her out of the beans. You know, those beans have got to be way past their expiration date. And that can is pretty rusty. Might be a risk of botulism. Maybe I should just... The skeleton throws the can at you with an exasperated sigh. Cool, I have an ancient bean can. What does that do? As you reach the center of the clearing, you are simultaneously struck with a profound awe and a terrible stench as you discover the largest road apple you've ever seen. You can't imagine how this got there. Was it a giant horse? Was it 200 normal-sized horses acting collaboratively? They should have sent a poet. Yeah, they should have. Ancient bean can. This can of beans has seen some things, and from the looks of it, most of those things are wet. Goes in your offhand. Okay. Interesting. So it's the same as the sensor. Cool. Well, that's unpleasant. I'll be over here. Upwind! Blah. Now let's clean this place up. It's smaller than it was before. Cool. It's quite a bit smaller than it was before. It's getting some free experience, apparently. Way smaller than it was before. Yay! Hooray! You know, I'm sure there are far more fun ways to get a little exercise. You're probably right. Oh, that's literally all there is here. Okay then. That was a very unusual place. Anyway, let's go back to Breadwood. Or do we want to go to the pickle factory? Okay, let's do the Breadwood stuff first. That's my goal for today. Work on Breadwood. A clacking, hissing sound draws your attention to a skeleton limping out of the shadows. He's wearing the dry, rotted tatters of an old army jacket. He's so full of bullet holes that he's more a skeleton-shaped cloud of hovering bone splinters than a skeleton. He must have what they call true grit. Heads up, Fox him. Wait, hold on. That isn't possible. Yes? I mean, look at you. I'm willing to suspend belief for other skeletons because of, like, dried-out ligaments and so on, but there's no way you're holding together enough to stand up, let alone walk. Look at that femur. It's broken right through in 3 different places. The skeleton looks down at his shattered bones, and while he's distracted, you quickly push him over and jump up and down on him until the fragments stop trying to move. You got an item, coccyx with a hole in it. Phew. Interesting. Yeah, I feel like the smart thing to do would be to be working on those for experience for Alice. Not Alice. Is it Alice? Yeah, not Alice. But I like the outfoxing operations. Wait, is this a weapon? What is it? It's a ring. Interesting. Anyway. Did you sort out the trouble at the cemetery? Yep, the caretaker is back on duty. That's certainly good to hear. Those skeletons were a real nuisance. They sure have a way of getting under your skin. Let's see what we have left. Missing mail, overdue book, logging permit, stolen yeast. Let's go after that overdue book. Our library's only got 4 books, so it's serious business when someone doesn't return one. Or I could say it was loaned out to a lady named Alexandria. That's funny. That's a good name for something library-related. That was a couple of mayors ago, so I don't know her, but we've got an address. Let's go to the Alexandria Ranch. Where's that? All the way up here. It's always weird when I get there just right away. Maybe we can chat after we've dealt with those cows, or run away with our skin still on. Makes sense. Let's fight the cows. Windshield, Bingolum. Oh, we're fine. Yeah, we are fine. We're in a good position strength-wise. You insist that those little doggies get along. And XP, tainted beef steak, and some smoldering leather. Hooray! Now we can talk. Holy crow, this place looks like a bomb went off in it. Several of them, judging by the craters. Never heard of cows doing that to a place. They certainly wouldn't still be standing around after, so which means it wasn't the cows. Wow, this place really has been blown to pieces. Ah, right side, we managed to find... Wait. Part of the overdue book? Uh-oh. Solid steel vault door. Half a cannonball. The front half. You pick up the cannonball and inspect it. There's an inscription that you can mostly read. It says the cannonball came from Fort Treason. And it's got the address stamped right onto the surface. That is a terrible name for a fort. This bombardment was done by the army. The horror. Mostly destroyed bookshelf. Advanced Beancraft, Volume 40. I feel like we've read Volume 40 already. And the Diary of Alexandria. Let's read this first. What can we get? Oh, we're running out of ones to do. Let's get use the old bean. You read the meditation techniques and spend a few hours practicing them. Fortunately, you got so good at clearing your mind that you completely lose your memory of where you left the book. Dang it. Okay. So, increases mysticality by 5 and 10. Ooh, nice. For 2 AP. We have a bunch that we can use. Let's do that. At some point I want to get outfox into 5 just to be on the safe side. But anyway, guess we're going to Fort Treason, which is right over here. You hear the crack of a rifle, and a lead bee buzzes past your ear. I call bullets lead bees sometimes. Off in the distance, you see a skeleton with a rifle. Looks like he's lining up another shot. Let's challenge his abilities. Hey, excuse me, to take a question. How can you possibly be aiming that rifle without eyeballs? Hmm? Skeleton thinks about it for a moment, then overthinks it, and finds himself unable to aim anymore. Hissing curses, he stops away to find an optometrist. 20 XP. Fort Treason. Doesn't look like anybody's home. That cannon still looks in decent shape. Yeah, if the place is abandoned, it hasn't been abandoned long. So let's look around. A demi-culverin cannon. Look closely. You look at the cannon. It's a fine cannon, demi-culverin in size. Insert the cannonball? You look through the rangefinder on the cannon, but you can't see any indication of anything you want to shoot at. You decide not to waste the ball. Seems rational. Okay. I'm actually just going to be right back in a second. Not a second. Give me a moment. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. Let's see. What do we have going on in here? Ah, we can climb up. Let's take a look at that. I don't think I have any binoculars, do I? Other stuff. Oh, I forgot to read the diary. Let's do that before. Yeah. Anyway. Small diary, crispy around the edges, and it smells like gunpowder. You flip through the diary. Most of it is uneventful, describing the life of a woman who likes books and isn't interested in much else. Ends with a passage about a soldier from the nearby fort warning her about some kind of danger he wouldn't specify, so she moved her most valuable books to the cellar and took the ordinary precautions. For example, boarding up the windows and not leaving the house at night. Turns out that isn't much good against cannonballs. I should see if I could get into the cellar. This half-burned library book represents 12.5% of the total stock of the Breadwood Public Library. Looks like everyone's cleared out. I wonder why. Well, if you want to look around and try to figure it out, I haven't got any pressing appointments. I think we should do that, yes. What happened here? Must have been where they stored all of the fire. Nice. Let's go in here. Looks like they left in the middle of dinner. Got some soda crackers and cat's eye candy. Lock on this foot locker is rusted away to almost nothing. We got hardtack, full canteen, and an artillery saber. Ooh, what's that? This army, in its infinite wisdom, apparently decided that every soldier needed a sword, even the ones who were only good at using guns. They have a sword that does +6 pistol attack damage. If I were a snake oiler, that would be pretty good. Okay, we need a needle for that. Needle for that. Private Lemon's diary. Silver bullet, full canteen, smelling salts. Read the diary. It's private in 2 ways. Private Lemon's diary is pretty dry and not very interesting. Just a list of the day-to-day duties of a straight-laced soldier up in the hills without anything to fight. Toward the end, though, it starts to mention their commanding officer, Captain Simon, becoming increasingly agitated and convinced that a nearby ranch was being used as a spy outpost. Doesn't sound convinced, but as one annoyingly vague entry put it, orders are orders. The last 2 entries have to do with dissent in the ranks and the possibility of mutiny, the thought of which Lemon abhors. The rest of the pages are blank. How many needles do I have? 1 needle. I want to save that for something I feel like more useful than here. Two locks need needles. There's a goblin standing off to one side of the trail, just staring up at the sky. They didn't even seem to notice you approaching. Hello? Oh, hello, hi! What you two doing? A moon I am looking at. Neither moon is out right now, nothing being up there. I am happy to waiting. Oh. Let's talk to him. The moons won't be coming for hours. You two waiting this long? Yes, yes. Moon's so big, so bright, so big. To waiting and seeing. You very liking to moons, huh? Yes, yes, very. To looking. I to collecting rocks of them. The goblin takes a bunch of pebbles out of his pockets to show you. They could be moon rocks for all you know. Why don't you educate him? You start to explain the moons, their makeup, their origins, how they orbit the planet and each other, and so on. The goblin, but it turns out the goblin actually knows far more about it than you do. Fortunately, they're kind enough to not shame you for humansplaining, and even share the moon rocks with you. Oh, that was a cool encounter. I like that one. Got some moon bits. Powdery little bits of moon rock. Real curiosity in this day and age. I shall treasure it. Whee! And we get down into the cellar. No, it doesn't look like it. Okay. Well, let's go back to Breadwood, I guess. This journey was a little bit of a failure. Hopefully the mayor's not too upset. We were able to find the missing library book? Or half of it. Oh, that's a real bagel biter. Oh well, everyone mostly skipped the words and just look at the pictures anyway. And mostly just the bottom half of the pictures, so that's alright. Well, at least the captions are still there, I guess. What do we have next? How about the missing mail? Our last batch of mail never got here. We don't know if something happened to the mailman or what. Go talk to Reginald in the bunkhouse. He used to be a mailman, so he can tell you where to start your search. Okay. Which one's Reginald? Nope, not him. Is it you? Howdy, are you Reginald? Who the Focaccia are you? Focaccia. I have no clue what that word is. Name's Josephine Cartwright. The mayor's got me investigating some missing mail. Said you could give me a line on where to start looking. Oh, yeah, alright. I gave up being a mailman a couple years ago, but I doubt they've changed the system much. All the mail headed here used to go through a way station just southwest of here. I'll mark it on your map. Found the postal way station. Well, let's go there. Okay. While you're in there, see if you can get them to stop bringing me knitting catalogs. Knitting catalogs? Must have ended up on some Goram fool list. Never knitted a day in my life. Well, that's weird. It says postal service property. No trespassing. Let's trespass. Stack of old newspapers. Oh hey, there's an undelivered letter beneath the stack. Letter to Roy Bean. Oh wait, I recognize that name. Oh, we found his... We can bring that to his house. Stack of old newspapers. Nothing interesting. Oh wait, there's actually a postcard in here you could use. Cool. Somebody removed all the funnies, so there's literally no reason to care about this one. Cabinet is full of maps, but you have no idea what any of them mean. I mean, they're maps. You could probably look at them to figure out locations. Maybe you could ask about it at the post office in Breadwater. Sure, I guess. Whole map with a region with lots of confusing little annotations on it. You don't even want to know what bureaucratic processes were involved in the placement of this outhouse. That does seem like a really bad idea. Article about how they had to change the name of Boot Hill Cemetery to Reboot Hill Cemetery because of all the skeletons there coming back to life. Okay, so back to Breadwater, I guess. Like that, maybe we'll stop at Roy Bean's house. You spot a small cottage on the horizon with what looks like a work table in front of it. Silversmith's house. Ooh. Cool. We have silver bullets. I think I remember hearing about this place. Silver bullet making apparatus. Help yourself. The workbench has a little burner and crucible for melting silver things and some bullet moles. Seems pretty straightforward. There's also a vice. You could smash silver bullets into needles if you wanted to. I'm very tempted for that. It's weird that a silversmith would leave his tools out in the open. Probably got sick of making silver bullets for people. That's all anyone wants silver for these days. I imagine it's real demoralizing if you fancy yourself an artist. Makes sense. Button cactus. We got some cactus bits and a floral ring. What's the ring do? Makes forge and random encounters much more likely. Interesting, but I think I'll stick with the meat gains. Okay. Come back here later. Tempted for this one. But I only have one, so I need to really make it count. To Breadwater! Hey there, need help tracking down some missing mail. How do you mean? Mail delivery went missing on their way to Breadwood, and I'm hunting it on behalf of their mayor. The local mail station has a bunch of route maps, but I don't know which ones I need. Well, that information ain't exactly secret, but I ain't supposed to give it out either. Delivery gone missing is bad news, though. Suppose it's alright just this once. Wait here a sec. Thanks. After a couple minutes, she comes back with a sheet of notepaper. Okay, so each map has a code number on it, see? Based on region and direction of travel. It explains how to work out the code you need and gives you a cheat sheet for reference. You got a postal code cheat. Why, thank you. Hold off on the postcard. I don't know if we're limited to one per day or something. Okay, back to Postal way station. You see a flash of light in a dark copse of trees up to the side of the trail and the smell of the tang of ozone. 3 electrified cow skulls float out of the woods and surround you. I guess we're fighting electrified cow skulls. Target? Yep, electrified cow skull. That's what they're called. 32. Well, oh, no, that's not worth it. 32 hot damage. Let's see what this does. I mean, I know what it does. Oh, that's what they do, then we're fine. Nice. I guess this isn't going to be too bad. Go, Bean Golem. And last one. Ooh. Oh, there we go. Cool. You really brought the thunder down on those lightning chaos. It's true. Okay, let's go back to look at these maps. Follow the map. Use the cheat sheet to find the route that leads to Breadwood. Follow the map, and along the route to Breadwood you find a suspicious-looking house. Let's go there. Something about this house makes you suspicious. You can't put your finger on it. The place looks perfectly normal, after all, but you can't shake the feeling there's something very wrong going on here. Maybe you're just being paranoid. Something's creepy about this place, but I can't quite put my finger on it. You quiet? Yeah, maybe. Cellar door. Man, I bet it's all kinds of horror down there. Maybe like some kind of medieval torture dungeon. What does it say? Unmarked and no name on it. You approach the door hesitantly. You could be getting yourself into a real bad situation. Let's knock. You knock on the door. A voice inside calls out, "Come in, it's open!" It's always open. I mean, if you're inviting me in, sure, why not? The door creaks open, and you step inside the house. The interior is an absolute nightmare. The walls are covered with rusty chains and hooks, as well as a variety of wicked-looking knives and shears. A man of indeterminate age in a slightly hunched position grins widely as you enter, his eyes gleaming. He's standing near a large pool of blood on the floor. Hello, my name's Chuck. Welcome to my little blood and breakfast. Your what? Blood and breakfast. Sorry, I have a lisp. A lisp? Yes, it makes lewd sound, like lewd. Huh? A bed and breakfast. I see. People are also telling me I emphasize words oddly, but I don't get that at all. This is certainly creepy looking. Large collection of steel chains and knives and hooks, as well as knives, shears, and other bladed implements. Everything is covered with rust, or possibly dried blood, or possibly both. Let's ask Chuck about them. Ah, you've noticed my collection. Yeah, it's dramatic. It belonged to my father, and his father before him. They were butchers. And you? Haha, I do a little bit, but not professionally. I broke with family tradition to run my little blood and breakfast. Little pantry shelf with various tins and jars. Nothing very unusual, but you do notice 2 jars of tea leaves labeled Sleepy Time and Earl Grape. Kettle on the stove. There's a lot of blood on the floor. I can't help but notice you have a giant pool of blood on your floor. Blood? Oh, no. I can see why you might think that, as this is certainly red like blood, or blue like blood, as he says. But this is tomato soup. Tomato soup? Yes, I spilled my lunch. Very clumsy of me. I was just getting started cleaning up when you arrived. I see. Seems pretty innocent to me. Chuck is staring at you. You notice that his left eye has a tendency to drift sideways as he stares, and then resets when he blinks, which is not often enough. Let's talk to him. Excuse me? Yes, how can I help you? You said you're running a bed and breakfast here? Yes, that's what I said, yes. Could I have a look in the guest room? It's in the cellar, but I'm afraid it's unavailable at this moment. My last guest has only just checked out, and I still need to clean up the mess. Oh. Well, what's on the menu? Homemade sausages and tomato soup. I also have a special tea blend that's a real knockout. Well, what kind of sausages? Long pork sausages, my grandfather's own recipe. Did you just say long pork? That's right, I make them longer than regular pork sausages. They're more filling that way. I guess that makes sense. You mentioned a special tea blend? Yes, a special herbal blend that puts my guests right to sleep. It's very effective. The mailman been by recently? Why, yes, my last guest was a mailman. Such a nice fellow. It's a shame he's no longer with us. I hope you just mean that he left. I like to think he'll always be here in spirit. That's a little bit odd, but okay. Sorry, that's private. That's my bloodroom. Your what? My bloodroom. My bedroom. Oh, right. Gotcha. Never mind then. Let's go into the cellar. It's locked. But is it locked to keep you out or to keep something in? Whoa, it's a Plotco lock. Those things are unpickable. Man. I really want to go down to the basement. Yeah, okay, so nothing else here that I can do anything with. If I keep trying, nope. Ah, I can switch the labels. You surreptitiously swap the labels. Chuck doesn't seem to have noticed. Tea blend. Oh, that reminds me. I left the kettle on. The water should be boiled by now. Would you care for a cup of tea? No, thanks. I'm good. Chuck pours himself a cup of tea and sips at it while staring at you. After a bit, he starts to look drowsy. Oh my, I'm coming over all sleepy. Perhaps I should get my blood down for a couple minutes. It has been a long day. Please excuse me. Why, sure. Well, now that he's asleep, we can check out this place. I have to be sneaky, though. After all, Sneaky is my middle name. It's just right there on my character sheet. Chuck's sleeping pretty soundly, but you should be careful not to wake him. Be very quiet. Going through Chuck's drawers seems like maybe not a good idea. There is a key on top of the dresser, though. Yoink! You got a item, Chuck's key. Yoink indeed. This key has a little tag hanging from it that says Chuck's B&B. Now we can check out that lock. You unlock the door and steel yourself for what you're about to see. Doesn't look nearly as horrific down here as you expected. Unless you're particularly horrified by an unmade bed. Egads! I mean, the bed looks fine to me. Blank postcard? Books left by previous guests. Advanced Beancraft Volume 12, Locks and How to Pick Them, and Horrifying Concepts of Next Mechs. What a haul. We'll read them once we get out of here. And the missing bag of mail. You sling the sack of mail over your shoulder. Neither rain nor sleet nor super creepy B&B proprietors. Breadwood's missing mail. You're climbing out of the cellar. A mailman approaches you. Oh man, thank goodness, you found my mail. This mailbag is yours? Yes, I've been stressed out lately, so I took a day off and rented a room here for a sort of mini vacation. Chuck's a great guy. A little weird, I guess, but pretty personable. But real personable. And his cooking is great. The tomato soup, and those great big sausages. His tea did wonders for my insomnia, too. It did seem pretty effective. Anyway, I forgot my mailbag and wasn't sure where I left it, so I've been retracing my steps for ages. Thanks for finding it. Sure, no problem. Here you go. The mailman walks away with the bag over his shoulder, whistling a cheerful tune. Well, that's sorted, I guess. Yeah. Oh, that worked out. Let's read some books. Beancraft. Article about butter and beans, and it gives you an idea. Learn butterbean. You study the combination of beans and butter until you've mastered every aspect of it. Fortunately, a lot of butter got splattered on the book while you were practicing, and it's now totally illegible. Yuck. Alright, over here. Butterbean. Reduces enemy stats by 3 or by 5. I mean, we have a bunch. Let's increase this. I think I'm going to save for outfoxing. And then get these up. Okay. Oh, right. And this one. We already read this. You already learned everything this book has to teach you. Good point. Yep. Reign of Teeth. You. Let's go, Crazy Hooves. Back to Breadwood. Spot a horse skeleton lying a few yards off the side of the road. Sorry. You tie Crazy Hooves to a tree just out of sight. No sense in scaring him, and investigate. Somehow its saddlebags are still intact. Maybe the big red plus signs are bordered on the side. Added to their durability. What do we have? Patent emetic, surgical gin, bottle of laudanum, and another one of the first two. Oh, we've already seen those. Okay. Okay. Any sign of that missing mail? Yep. Found the missing mailman too. He's on his way to deliver it. Excellent. Hope there's a new issue of Mayor's Monthly. Let's keep asking about the problems. Go with the stolen yeast. We take our yeast supply very seriously here in Breadwood, and that dang yeasty gang made off with the whole lot. A couple of feathers said they saw them loitering around the old brewery. That's probably where they made their hideout. We need that yeast back. The old Smolch Brewery. Let's go. I've gotten barely any meat today. Actually, I don't think I have gotten any. Where we go? Up here. You encounter a man who, for some reason, has set up 3 wooden posts sticking out of the ground. The first one encircled by a pyramidal stack of different-sized stone rings. When the man is looking at you, the stones and scratching his head, when he sees you, he asks you if you'd help minding him move the stones to the 3rd post. It's the Tower of Hanoi. Thankfully, with 20 mysticality, you... Wow, that was rude. Bandits are hiding in a brewery? Well, that's ought to be easy. They probably passed out already. You want me to pick you up anything while I'm in there? Nah, beer's for amateurs. Okay. What about this gin I just pulled off a plant? Oh my. This dead guy's hat got knocked off. And covered with yeast. Got a yeast-covered hat. What does that one do? This is a great hat to wear if you and your loved ones absolutely love the smell of dough. Or if you don't mind it and your enemies hate it, I guess. Plus 5 mysticality. This is 6 mysticality, but I do miss seeing my face. So, might switch back to that at some point. What's going on here? Fella's too scared to talk to you. He's totally freaked out about yeast. It says beer hose. You're not really sure what purpose it might have served. It's a beer vat. Or at least a vat. It's not guaranteed to actually contain beer. Ugh, pure ethanol. Some kind of crazy yeast monster has apparently broken loose from the vats and eaten some of the bandits. I guess they brewed up something they couldn't put down. They could barely control it. You'll have to hop to it if you want to prevail here. I see what they did there. Yeast beast. Okay, let's get our traditional stuff going on. Okay. A bit strong, but I think we can take it. Oh, yeah, we got this. Maybe you don't. But the rest of us have got this. Yeah, we're good. Victory! You beat the yeast beast to a pulp. Hooray! 200 XP, nice. The remains of the horrible yeast beast. I guess you could take some back to the mayor. It's probably still good, right? Sure, why not? Half a ton of yeast? The bag contains half a ton of yeast, but it's light enough for you to carry because it's dried. I'm not quite sure that's how it works, but okay. Now, he's too grumpy to talk to you. He's just angrily muttering about the yeast. You're under arrest. For what? Stealing about 2 handfuls of yeast? Yes. And the sentence for that is, what, about 3 days in jail? And Breadwood does not actually have a jail? Alright, fine. I'll let you off with a warning this time. What do you have to say about this? So, this whole yeast theft biz doesn't seem to have gone well for you guys. Yeah, no, Oh, geez, are you a bounty hunter? Relax, the mayor just wants his yeast back. He didn't say anything about hauling you in. Phew. Okay, well, the yeast is in that revolting pile. What exactly happened here? Well, we got bored of bread is all. I know a bit about brewing, and we figured if we came back with a couple kegs, nobody would mind so much that we stole the yeast. No offense, but it seems like you aren't much of a brewer. Hey! Well, ideally, you wouldn't end up with a ravenous yeast monster. That wasn't my... Okay, I guess it was my fault, but I understand what happened. These vats are old, and we didn't clean them properly first, because we were in a hurry. I think there were some frogs living in one of them. And you figured you could use the extra hops? Haha! Aha. If you're sure you've got it figured out, you could set up shop in Breadwater. Oh? Yeah, it's turning into quite a little metropolis. I'd love to have my own place. Okay, I'll check it out. 3 cans of beer. 3 cans of beer on the wall, 3 cans of beer. Take them all down and put them in your bag instead of singing the rest of the song about beer. Increases your melee ranged and spell damage by 15 by the rest of the day. Wow, okay. That's kind of crazy. See how they're doing back down in Breadwater. I'm always disappointed when I make it straight there. Where do we find him? Are you in the kitchen? Nope. Maybe on the stage? That's where everyone else seems to go. Nope. Ah, Liquid Bread Brewing Company. Oh hey, it's you. Thanks for telling me about this place, instead of arresting me, or shooting me in the head and then arresting me. No problem. I'm not really a bounty hunter anyway, just looking to help people out. Well, you sure did help me out. I really appreciate the opportunity. Things are going pretty well. Not a single yeast monster yet. What can I get you? Show me your goods. Okay, increases muscle by 7. Mysticality or Moxie by 7. Cool. Keep this place in mind. Back to Breadwater. Breadwood. Why do I keep calling it Bread? I keep calling it because Breadwater has water in the name, so I just assume every town does, apparently. Have some yeast. Any luck recovering our yeast from the bandits up at the old Schmaltz Brewery? Yep, well done. That's quite a help, thank you. Happy to help. Now, the only thing we have left is the logging permit. We're running out of trees around here. Oh no! I need to expand our operation a bit. Problem is, we need a logging permit from the next town, and the whole place up and died before the paperwork was settled. Ghostwood. The town died? Okay, I'll check it out, I guess. I'm gonna start calling this place Ghostwater, aren't I? We pass by 2 skeletons who are facing each other with their arms akimbo in the traditional shootout stare-down pose. When you stop to watch what happens, they both turn to look at you. Whoops. I guess we're fighting them. Thankfully... Ooh, you guys are tough. Actually, no, this isn't gonna be too bad, because she could just saw one in half. Take out the... Oh, you got... Good, this is actually the tougher of the two. Yay! Ooh, that actually hurts. So does this. Victory! Skeleton bone, loose pile of teeth. Alice studies the remains of your undead foes. Her eyes light up. Evidently she's had an epiphany. She becomes stronger. Way to go, Alice! Terrific. People coming back from the dead was bad enough. Now we've got a whole undead town. I don't think this is the same. These are ghosts, not skeletons. So if we see a bunch of houses that's been stripped down to studs and beams, yeah, then we'll know we've got a necro-architect on our hands. Huh. All the buildings in this town are a little weird, hazy, and translucent. Like, oh, ghosts. It's a literal ghost town. Alright, fair enough. Take a look around first. We have the saloon, the stable, the jail, office supply, town hall. It's a regular cactus. Well, the ghost of a regular cactus. Well, the ghost of a regular cactus with the ghost of a pencil stabbed into it. You try to grab the pencil, but your hand keeps slipping through. I wanted the ghost pencil. Okay, I'm gonna put on the other hat just because I miss my face. So it's a -1 stat thing, but I'm doing pretty good on the stat. Actually, there. Now I'm back up to 25. So can I get up to 20 moxie yet? Let me check things. So we're up to 11. Okay, so we can get up to 13. I don't have any pistols. $13, $19. I can do it. Okay, so after this, we're going back to the, where is that, the West Pole, I think? Cool. Saloon. You might expect to be able to just walk straight through the door of a ghost building, but some kind of force is preventing it. Guess you could knock on the force? Your fist makes a distant, echoey plap sound on the barroom door, and a ghostly voice comes out of nowhere. Howdy there, gal. New in town? Yeah, I was wondering if... Sorry, can't do business with you until you have a visitor identification card. Ain't supposed to even talk to you, really. Okay, where do I get one? Try the town hall, down the end of the street. Thanks. Dum-de-dum. This looks to be the ghost of a town hall. Looks like a regular town hall, except, you know, the whole ghost thing. You make a distant, echoey plap sound. Ah, visitor. You'll be needing a visitor identification card. I guess so. I'll be happy to fill in the forms. Most people living have trouble holding the pages. You'll be needing a number 3 pencil. Filling in the form, can't you just use your own pencil? I will be, but the instructions very clearly state that the applicant must have a number 3 pencil. Isn't the number 2 the usual kind? I suppose, but if number 3 pencil is 50% more official. Where can I get one? Try the Department of Requisitions. It's just next door. You mean the general store? It's a little more specific these days, but yes. Okay, be right back. Excuse me, I need it. Sorry, can't help you unless you have a visitor ID, but I need a pencil for... No visitor ID, no supplies. Only I could grab this pencil. No. Hello, the general store won't give me a pencil without a visitor ID. No, certainly not. They aren't authorized to deal with anyone who doesn't have ID. So how am I supposed to give you a number 3 pencil? I suppose I could issue you a temporary visitor permit. You don't need a pencil for that one. Okay, great. What's your last name? Cartwright. First name? Josephine. Middle name? Sneaky. Great. Where are you from, Josephine Sneaky Cartwright? Little farm outside Boring Springs. Boring Springs? Never heard of it. What's it like? Well, it's not much to look at, but it's home. That's nice. Alright, how many bars are in the window of the Adjunct Department of Records? What? It's a quiz to make sure you've actually been paying attention and know little about our town, instead of just breezing through it. Show your dedication. Let's guess 6. Correct! Nice. Alright, everything seems to be in order. Here's your temporary visitor pass. You get a Ghostwood visitor's permit. Thanks, it expires in 11 seconds. Run! Excuse me. Ah, hello, how can I help you, Miss Cartwright? I need a number 3 pencil. No problem, we'll just fill out a requisition form. Okay. Last name? Cartwright. Oh, I'm sorry, it looks like your visitor's permit has expired. Have a nice day. But, no! Oh, I wasn't fast enough. Ask a few questions. Cartwright. Josephine. Sneaky. Still from the little farm. Tome. 6. No. You managed to snag the pencil with the corner of your temporary visitor permit and yank out the cactus. Nice. Oh wait, this is a number 4 pencil. No. You didn't know pencils have ghosts? Where do you think ghostwriters use? That actually makes a lot of sense. This is just a temporary permit card, and while you apply for an actual visitor's ID, it has the Josephine Sneaky Cartwright written on it, and probably already expired. Yep. Okay. Okay, I got a pencil. That, madam, is a number 4 pencil, not a number 3. I was hoping you wouldn't notice. Look, a number 4 is like 33% more official, right? Ha, nice try, but obviously doesn't work like that. Okay. You can trade? Okay. Wait. Someone's mounted a pencil sharpener on one of the balcony posts. Let's sharpen the pencil. You stick the number 4 pencil into the sharpener and grind out about a quarter of it. Now it is a sharpened ghost pencil. Right, a number 3 pencil. Here it is. That's a number 4 pencil. No, it's 75% of a number 4 pencil. I see. I don't see anything about this in the bylaws. Very well, I suppose it will do. Let's get you started on that visitor identification permit. Thank God. Last name? Cartwright. First name? Josephine. Middle name? Sneaky. Yes, that matches what it says here. Good. Where are you from? Boring Springs. And there are 6 bars. Wait. Huh? There was 6 last time. I didn't ask the same question as last time. Okay, Adjunct Department of Records. Where is that? Is that the jail? 6 and 4. Okay, try this again. Cartwright. Josephine. Sneaky. Boring Springs. So, on the windows. 10. Boy, I went and counted them this time. Correct. Alright, everything seems to be in order. Allow me to officially welcome you to the town of Ghostwood. Here's your visitor ID. Thanks. Say, was it always called Ghostwood or... Yes. Total coincidence. Huh. It has a blurry photograph that could maybe be you if you squint. Cool. Knock knock. Hello, something I could get for you, Miss Cartwright? I'm here on behalf of the mayor of Breadwood. He needs a permit to do some logging in this area. Oh, this is the Department of Requisitions. You need the administration. That's next door. Ah, thanks. Okay, same thing. Ah, I see. Well, that shouldn't be a problem. Just need to review the logging records to make sure there are disqualification incidents. Department of Records, 2 doors down, Tell them that the Breadwood file pertaining to logging. Okay. The ghostly jailhouse seems to be stacked with boxes of old papers. We don't see any ghost criminals, but there isn't anything longer than a life sentence anyway. Miss Cartwright, what can I do for you? Supposed to pick up a file on the town of Breadwood? Oh, you want the Department of Records. It's next door. This is the Adjunct Department of Records. Ah, okay. Peer through the walls of the stable. Instead of ghost horses, you see a lot of ghost filing cabinets. Knock, knock. Department of Records. How can I help you, Miss Cartwright? Well, I'm supposed to pick up a file on the town of Breadwood. One moment, please. Breadwood, Applewood, Antewood, Badwood. Did you mean Bagelwood? No, it's Breadwood. Must be a suburb. Beaverwood, Besttown, Bitterwood, Bloodwood. Ah, here we are. Breadwood. Which section did you need? The logging records. That section has been downgraded from disuse. You'll need to pick it up from the Adjunct Department of Records next door. Naturally. Bring it back here when you've got it, and I'll put it in an official interdepartment document transfer folder for you. Is that really necessary? Absolutely. You can't transfer documents between departments without an interdepartment document transfer folder. It's unthinkable. That makes sense. The Department of Records sent me over here to pick up a file. Great, which file? Logging reports for the town of Breadwater. All right, 1 second. Ah, here we are. But, well, these pages are loose. I can't give them to you like this. What if they blow away? I'm just taking them next door. They give me a documents folder. It'll be fine. No. What if there's a freak gust of wind as soon as you leave here? It will be chaos. Makes sense. Well, fortunately, I happen to be the one person in town officially authorized to use a stapler. So you staple them together for me? I'd be glad to. But I don't have a stapler. Oh no. Don't worry. All you need to do is go to the Department of Requisitions next door and requisition one. So I bring you a stapler, and you'll bring me the file? Yep. Fine. Makes sense. I need a stapler. Alright, first we need to fill out a requisition form. Makes sense. Last name, Cartwright. First name, Josephine. Middle name, Sneaky. Let me check your visitor identification. Josephine Sneaky Cartwright. Yep, that checks out. Cake or pie? Excuse me? I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of either, but I guess... let's go pie, I guess. Ugh. Well, despite that, everything seems to be in order. Sorry. Here's your stapler. Wouldn't ghost staples just go right through? Who knows? I got a stapler. Great. Ah, there's nothing better than that new stapler smell. Can I have the logging report now? You bet. Ka-chunk. Here you go. Freshly stapled and wind resistant. I got the Breadwood logging report. Now you just pick up the folder you're supposed to carry it in. Okay. Back over here. Back with the papers. Alright, let me just put those in an official interdepartment document transfer folder for you. There you go. Thank you. Bring that back over here. Got the file. The Breadwood logging records? Fine, let's have a look. Oh, for the love of... What's wrong? That idiot stapled the pages together right in the middle. This is why we took the stapler away from them in the first place. File is unreadable. Gonna have to get back to tell them to unstaple it. Okay. Administration wants you to unstaple these papers. Oh, sorry, I'm only authorized for stapling, not unstapling. Try next door at the Department of Records. I think they have an unstapler there. Okay, let's go there. Oh wait, no. Is that the... Yeah, there's the Department of Records. How can I help you? Need some papers unstapled. Okay, I'm a fully authorized unstapler. That's no problem. Spoke too soon, did you? Well, I don't see the stapler remover anywhere. Oh, that's right, the Department of Libations borrowed it. To open beer bottles. Oh, so that's probably over here. Do you have the Department of Records staple remover? Sure do! The thing tops off a beer like you wouldn't believe. As long as it removes staples, I'll be happy. I imagine it does, but I'm afraid I'm not authorized for unstapling. You'll have to take it back over to Records. Here you are. We got a ghost stapler remover. The ghost of a staple remover still looks like a weird metal-fanged monster mouth. Except now it's in ghost form. Now your office job is even spookier. Okay, back here. Here's your staple remover back. Great! Let me just look at those paper of yours. Tisk tisk. Adjunct Records up to his old tricks again, I see. They don't even need to be stapled. That's what the interdepartment document transfer folder is, after all. Ka-chunk. Alright, there you go. Thanks. Okay, back to Town Hall. Knock knock. Hello, how can I be of service? I'm back with an unstapled Breadwood logging file. Let's have a look. Okay, I don't see any problems with it. I'm frankly amazed. Let's get started on the paperwork for that logging permit. I am no longer amazed. That was quick. Last name? Cartwright. First name? Josephine. Middle name? Sneaky. Okay, yep, that checks out. Just need to stamp this here. Ka-chunk. And sign it here. Scribble. And now you sign it here. And also here. And initial here. Scrib. And here. Scrib. And sign here. Scribble. Good. Now just take this back to the mayor of Breadwood and have him sign on this line here and initial over here. We got the permit forms. Are you kidding me? I don't know how to do that. I mean, it seems they're doing everything by the book, so it seems pretty fair. Okay. So back to Breadwood. You see a wooden sign off to the side of the trail that reads, Jumble Neck Mine, 4 miles. It's weird that they put a period on the sign, and it's weird that they bothered to carve individual hyphens and a greater than sign instead of just carving an arrow in it. You discovered a new map location, Jumble Neck Mine. Check that out after. Okay, just need your signature. Excuse me, I have some papers you need to sign for the logging permit. Alright, oh, ghost paper. Oh, this stuff is weird. Yeah, I think I need a ghost pencil for it. Well, you're in luck. Here, you can borrow mine. Sign down here and initial over here. After some fumbling with the ghostly pencil, the mayor eventually manages to sign and initial the form. Alright, Mayor, I'll be back with that permit. God willing. Good luck. Thank you. Okay, back to Ghostwood. Hold it right there. A bandit steps out of the bushes at the side of the road. He's pretty raggedy, but also extremely burly, like a scarecrow stuffed with footballs. He hefts a pistol that could be described as a hand cannon, without getting metaphorical. Give me your dough, or else. I could ask him if he knows who I am using my Breadwood reputation. We haven't done that before. Do you know who I am? Maybe you should ask the fellas back at the Buttered Biscuit who's been getting things done around here lately. Cartwright? That's right. Josephine Sneaky Cartwright. Now, why don't you hand over your gear? Next time you'll remember faster. Sorry. I got an intimidating 6-gun. What's that do? A lot of these parts of the gun are way bigger than they need to be. 10 to 13. Ooh. That is a big upgrade. Yeah, so this was 3 to 4 damage. This is 10 to 13. Yeah, we'll take that. Okay, back over here. My hair moves in the breeze. Okay, I've got the mayor's signature on this logging form. Great, just sign the last line at the bottom where it says receipt. Something wrong? Oh no, I loaned my pencil to the mayor. Excuse me while I go kill everything. Everything's here, Josephine. Everything here is already dead. Why do you need to kill things? You know, spot a guy riding down the road with a brown horse wearing a brown fur bag and carrying a brown shopping bag with a brown loaf of stolen bread sticking over the top. You can tell it's stolen because the bag has a little picture of a loaf of bread on it. I don't see the connection. I'm missing something. Rides up and brandishes a big loaf of bread at you. Hand over all your bread or I'll bludgeon you to death. Jeez, you sure like bread, huh? Yeah, it's kind of my thing. Well, let's offer him some infinite bread without outfoxing. Listen, you know the old saying, give a man a fish and he eats for a day, teach a man a fish and he eats for the rest of his life? I don't like fish, I just like bread. You've kind of missed the point. I'll just go slowly. You write down your mom's bread recipe and explain it to him in short words. Gives you his large and very stale loaf of bread in exchange and rides away excitedly. I got a hard loaf. What's this do? Ooh, bread is the stuff of life, but this is shorter. More like a wand, really. Okay, what am I currently? 9 to 11, plus 5 mysticality. 11 to 13, still plus 5. Cool. Man, we're switching all the gear today. I'm just full of breadiness. Excuse me, Mayor? Yes? You still have my ghost pencil. I need that. Oh, terribly sorry. I think it's haunting my beard. Ah, here you go. Thank you. Back to Ghostwood. This crazy hooves suddenly navigates a bunch of weird rock formations. Everything suddenly goes silent. Everything except the racing of your pulse because you stumbled past a horrifying ungolith. Oh no. It's an ungolith. Magic. Oh, I forgot to get my bean golem up. Oh well. We got this. Oh, I should have used the good old bean. Should have done this a little quicker. 11 damage. Cool. Ah! And let's just shoot it. Bang! You crush the stone cow into cow powder, ungulate horn, and an infernal soul fragment. Poof. Okay. Over here. Yeah, we already have those. Back to Town Hall. Okay, I've got the mayor's signature. Great, just sign at the last bottom where it says receipt. Sign. Alright, that's everyone taken care of. Breadwood's logging permit is hereby approved. Wonderful, thank you. Rustling will take about 48 hours. What? Well, everything has to be filed and the actual permit has to be printed and so on. You can pick it up in 2 days. Makes sense. Okay, make a note to come back in 2 days. Okay. Good. Pick up form in 2 days. What a quaint little town. Okay. So go back and explain what's going on to him. Since your horse is smart enough to automatically follow the trail without much micromanagement, you have some time on your hands. Might be an opportunity to practice those sweet pistol spinning moves. Every shootout could use a little extra razzle-dazzle. Fortunately, I don't have enough moxie. Managed to get the logging permit? Not yet. Now about the lumber. Alright, you've helped me out quite a bit, so I can set you up with what you need for that bridge. Thanks! Well, wait. So are we all set with the wood? Okay, we'll come back in a couple days. Here's a little town that's seen better days. Probably an old mining town. Mine dries up, town dries up. Bet you could get a house real cheap, though. Sure, if you don't mind the commute measured in days. Head back to the rail camp. Okay. First, I want to go to the West Pole. You run into a goblin chef. You can tell they're a chef by their hat and their big fork. Well, either they're a chef or they've recently eaten a chef. Hey! Hello, a human! Hey! Hello, a goblin. Looking for tuna? Seeing it? Tuna? It's being the desert. No tuna here for miles. What are you saying? Tuna is local delicacy! Tuna? You meaning a fish? Swimming thing? Crazy human. Tuna isn't swimming. This is a dessert. This is a desert. Where to swimming? Well, yeah, that's my point. A tuna is round and green. With red knobs. Pokey spines having. Oh, some kind of cactus? Like a prickly pear or something? Yes, duh. Ooh, outfoxing 4. Well, alright, well, not seeing any tuna, but giving me a big fork and now helping you look. Okay, anyway, I having spares. Let's hunt for tuna. The goblin gives you a tuna fork, and the two of you hunt around for a while until you find a stand of prickly pears, aka tunas. Turns out a fork is necessary, because tuna pricklers are tiny, barbed, and absolutely rottenly mean. Cool. Tuna fork. 7 to 9 with 6 mysticality. 1 more mysticality for a big decrease in damage. I'll stick with what I have. But need to get up to lots of moxie. So I think we had something which gives 2 moxie. The fake Pope hat. Then we had the Worry Stone. And the Nasty Ring. And I think that puts us up to 20. Yep. Let's make something suave. And a cheeky gesture. You step back and admire your handiwork. Handiwork. Heavy trigger finger. Rock on. Plus 3 pistol attack damage. Cool. Okay, let's put our regular gear back on. that's what we had. There we go. Okay. Now back to railroad camp. Spot a small makeshift signpost stuck into the ground a few yards away from the road and stop to check it out. It says free meat! And there's a small pile of meat lying in front of it. You're so distracted from rolling your eyes at this obvious trap, you almost missed the goblin sneaking up behind you. He's wearing an old buffalo skull as a helmet. Trapped from it, looks pretty metal. Gotta hand it to you, you nearly got me. Good job. Ha! Foolish human is falling into my clever trap. Now you are giving me valuables, or I beating you up. You know, this may be the first time I've been mugged by a goblin. Usually you guys are more or less peaceable. I am smart like human. I'm making things myself when robbing easier. Smart like human is a very accurate description of that idea. Yeah. Let's talk to it. Giving me your stuff, or hitting you. Calming down. We coming to some kind of agreement? Agreeing with either taking stuff or hitting. Let's teach them. After some back and forth, the goblin agrees to leave you unhit if you teach it how to set up a better ambush. You give him some pointers on sneak attacks and how to spell meat, and he begrudgingly lets you go. Cool. Actually, I realized I don't want to do this yet. There's a... Nope. Where was I last time? Fort Memoriam. There's a thing I want to go through. The already intense heat intensifies. Sweat stings your eyes, and while it's stinging them, you fail to use them to notice that you've ridden right into the middle of a herd of pyrobobes. Oh no! Whoa, okay. Well, that didn't go well. Defeat. I'm now angry. Crazy Hooves makes an incredibly annoying noise, waking you up. You mount up and continue to where you were headed. Oh my. Okay. So, inside here, we have... Where is it? Over here. Spittoon. The liquid in this spittoon is bright yellow. I feel like that's all that needs to be said about it. Let's look closer. I'll never understand you. Alright, well, you crouch down next to the spittoon. From the nauseatingly sweet stench coming off of it, it appears that these nerds haven't been using it to make a makeshift urinal, as you may have suspected, but rather they're using bright yellow lemon-lime soda-flavored chewing tobacco. Unless... Well, another possibility is that they have been using it as a urinal, and they're all extremely diabetic, which, now that I think about it, is a real possibility. In fact, it is probable that both of these things are true. There's only one way to find out. Search it! Really? You're just gonna put your hand in the nerd's urine and or spit bucket? You're gonna dive right in there, huh? Just gonna splish splash around there in that yellow broth of spit and pee with no restraint whatsoever? I sure am! With a fanfare of sad trombones and a choir of angels retching, a sword rises out of the spittoon, held aloft by a wet, bedraggled, and miserable-looking woman's arm. Since you're already kneeling, the arm wastes no time before tapping you on both shoulders with the sword, splashing your clothes with yellow slime, and officially declaring you Josephine Cartwright, Queen of Filth. I forgot my middle name was Sneaky. Congratulations! The sword clatters on the floor as the hand drops it with a shudder and withdraws into the spittoon. I got an item, Black Excalibur. Long live the Queen! It's a replica of King Arthur's sword. You know it's a replica because there's no way history would have allowed the original to be this comprehensively covered in tobacco spit. 12 to 15, that's pretty good. And stench damage, plus 6 muscle. Interesting. Cool. A few minutes left. Let's see. Anything I want to do quickly, because I don't think I have time for a war game reenactment. Let's see, what do we have? Looking at my to-do list. Oh, I can go back to the circus, because I think... Oh, wait. Can I get 30 mysticality right now? I'm up to 28. I get 29. Ah, I can get to 30. So let's go back to the circus. With a shout, well, more of a loud hiss, a skeleton leaps at you from the underbrush. He's wearing a cavalry hat and has a cavalry saber, but isn't riding a cavalry horse, which I'm pretty sure is the main thing that differentiates cavalry from infantry. Not the only thing. Question his designation. Hold on, just a minute, soldier. What's an infantry soldier doing wearing a cavalry hat? Hiss! Chatter. What kind of fool do you take me for? Cavalry soldiers ride horses. That's what cavalry means. Your cavalry, where's your horse? That's what I thought. Give me that hat, soldier. You can have it back when I see you riding a horse. Skeleton glumly turns over his hat and marches away. You've got an item. Old cavalry hat. Cool. Wonder what that does. +2 armor and +4 muscle. This hat will lend you verisimilitude to your performance if you ever decide to swoop in at the last minute and fix something. Cool. And the circus. All the way on this side. Okay. So we want to put on the cultist mask again. And the tuna fork. There we go. 30 mysticality. Let's test our mind. Step right up, miss. Step right up. If I may say so, you have the look of an intelligent and learned individual about you, and I happen to have a game here to put these faculties to the test. Why, thank you very much. What's the game? The simplest guessing game imaginable. I've got a standard deck of playing cards here. I show you all the faces, and then I turn them back over and start picking cards. You guess what cards I pick, and you win. You don't shuffle them? No, ma'am. If you can memorize a deck of cards that fast, more power to you. Or if you've got a touch of magic in you and want to try reading my mind, that's fine too. Well, what's the prize? A ticket to Barnaby Bob's stage show, which is otherwise sold out, so it's a rare catch, my friend. Okay, I'll give it a shot. You carefully scan the deck of cards as the clown spreads it out in front of you, and then he turns them over with a sweeping flourish. Ready? Let's give it my all. The clown starts picking cards out of the deck and holding up with the backs to you. You rattle off their names as fast as he can pick them up. He seems genuinely impressed. That, madam, is so remarkable as to be practically frightening. Looks like we have a winner! You got an item, circus show ticket. Show will be starting soon, so don't miss it. Thanks. And unfortunately, we're gonna have to do it later because it's time for me to stop. So I'm going to head back to my room because I always like stopping there. Yeast-covered hat and hard loaf. Wait, how much experience do I have right now? I have enough to get the final rank of Outfoxen, so let's do that. Ta-da! Yeah, that's good. Work on these next. Ooh, although, yeah, why not? Let's get, because we can afford that. Let's get that up. Right, our room. Back in Breadwater. You hear a rustling sound and trace it to a small gulch nearby. Peeking over the edge, you see a goblin rustling around in the bush. Presumably it's a gulch goblin rustler? Always kind of assumed they referred to a different kind of rustling, though. I'm not sure what that means. Looks up at you and makes some angry-sounding gobbling noises. Let's charge it a rustling tax. Excuse me. You know there's a rustling tax levied on this gorge, right? Can't rustle here for free, bud. The goblin doesn't seem to understand, so you take a few minutes to communicate the concept with elaborate gestures. Eventually, the goblin pays you just to make you go away. Cool, I got 55 meat. Go back to my room. Ta-da! I'd say that worked pretty well. So yeah, next time we will probably start out by... Oh, we're not. Wait, we have to do the circus show. Let's make a note of... the show. So do that, and then after... Okay, so we see the show, and then after that we'll take care of the bridge. Yeah. This is a very productive session. Thank you all very much for watching. Play well.